It was the beginning of autumn in Seattle, where the crisp air carried the scent of rain and fallen leaves. Emily Sanders had grown up in the bustling city, but she always found peace in its quieter neighborhoods. She was a 21-year-old college student, thoughtful, kind-hearted, and someone who always put others before herself. Her best friend, Olivia Mitchell, was her opposite in many ways, energetic, bold, and always up for new adventures. Despite their differences, the two had been inseparable since middle school. One Saturday afternoon, Olivia invited Emily over. Her parents had gone out of town for a weekend trip, leaving her alone in their large house in Bellevue, a suburban city just outside Seattle. For Emily, the idea of Olivia being alone at home felt unusual, since Olivia's house was always bustling with family and visitors. She agreed to spend the day with her, bringing along snacks, books, and even a board game. When Emily arrived, Olivia greeted her at the door with her usual enthusiasm. "Finally, I was starting to think you'd forgotten about me," she teased. Emily laughed. "I wouldn't do that. I just stopped at the bakery on the way. Got your favorite blueberry muffins." The two settled in the living room, chatting about school, professors, and the endless pile of assignments. Time slipped by quickly, and before they knew it, evening had arrived. The house felt quieter than usual without Olivia's parents around, and Emily noticed how her friend seemed a little unsettled by the silence. "Are you okay?" Emily asked as they sat on the couch. Olivia sighed. "I don't like being alone in this big house. It's too quiet. I keep thinking I hear footsteps or doors creaking." Emily gave her a reassuring smile. "That's just the house settling. Old houses do that. But hey, you're not really alone. I'm here." Olivia leaned her head back against the couch and closed her eyes. "That's why I asked you to come. With you here, it doesn't feel so empty." Emily felt a warmth in her chest at her friend's words. Olivia had always been the strong, fearless one, but in moments like this, Emily realized how much they balanced each other. Olivia brought excitement into Emily's life, and Emily offered calm and stability in hers. To pass the time, they decided to cook dinner together. Emily was better in the kitchen, while Olivia's attempts usually ended in disasters that became running jokes between them. This evening was no different. Olivia tried to chop vegetables, but managed to drop half of them on the floor. Emily laughed so hard, she nearly spilled the sauce she was stirring. "You're hopeless," Emily teased. "And you love me for it," Olivia replied with a grin. They sat down to eat, and the house didn't feel so quiet anymore. Their laughter echoed through the rooms, filling the space with life. After dinner, they cleaned up and decided to watch a movie in the living room. They grabbed blankets and curled up on the couch, the glow of the screen lighting their faces. Halfway through the movie, the power flickered and went out. The house was suddenly plunged into darkness, the silence broken only by the rain tapping against the windows. "Great," Olivia muttered. "Now it's officially creepy." Emily pulled out her phone and turned on the flashlight. "Don't worry, I'll go check the breaker." But Olivia quickly grabbed her arm. "No, don't leave me. Let's just wait it out. The storm probably knocked something out." Emily sat back down, her flashlight casting soft light across the room. For a while, they just sat there listening to the storm. Olivia finally spoke, her voice quieter than usual. "You know, Emily, sometimes I wonder what I'd do without you. You're always there, no matter what. When I'm scared, when I mess up, when I feel like I'm alone, you always show up." Emily felt her throat tighten. She turned to look at her friend. "That's what friends are for, Liv. You've been there for me too, more times than I can count." Olivia's eyes glistened in the dim light. "Yeah, but with you, it feels different. Like it's not just about being friends. It feels like family. Maybe even more than that." Emily was quiet for a long moment. She knew Olivia wasn't talking about romance. This wasn't a confession of that kind. It was deeper. It was about love, but the kind of love that wasn't bound by labels or expectations. A love built on years of trust, laughter, and shared memories. A love that gave strength when everything else felt uncertain. "I feel the same," Emily said softly. "You're my person, Liv. No matter where life takes us, you'll always be home to me." The storm outside raged on, but inside the house, a calm settled between them. The power eventually returned, and the lights flickered back to life, but neither of them noticed right away. They were too caught up in the warmth of knowing what they meant to each other. That night became a memory etched into their hearts. It wasn't about the storm or the blackout or even the blueberry muffins. It was about the moment Olivia realized that being alone at home wasn't so scary when you had someone who loved you in the truest, purest sense. And Emily realized that love doesn't always arrive in the form of romance. It can be the unshakable bond of friendship that feels just as strong, just as real. In the years that followed, life took them in different directions. Emily pursued her career in education, while Olivia traveled and explored new opportunities. But no matter the distance, they remained constant in each other's lives. Every phone call, every visit, every letter reminded them of that one autumn night when the storm knocked the lights out, but love, steady and unshaken, shone brighter than ever. Seattle continued its rhythm of rain and busy streets, but for Emily and Olivia, the memory of that night was a reminder. Sometimes love is found not in grand gestures or dramatic moments, but in the quiet reassurance of knowing you are never truly alone.